We are Lagos Talks 91.3.
Let's talk.
The Toby admission story is absolutely brilliant. It shows, the Nigerian, how Nigerian families can be, the discipline in Nigerian families for, the rights. The heart is in the right place, but at the end of the day, God bless her mother. That I love what she said, that the mother saw something in her that she didn't see. The father's heart was in the right place. He wanted her to, child of teachers, go to school,
get educated,
get education and all that. So I get it. That's but and that's what mothers do. To be honest with you, at times they see something. The father's probably out there hustling and all that, and has it fixed. But women tend to be much more flexible. Their emotional intelligence is higher, and they could see. I love that she saw something in me that I didn't see, and the rest, as they say, is history. It's a wonderful story across. It's epoch making. We're talking about 60 years plus of independence. You've never, you've had it on the Olympic level. Two twice, yes. And Chiamajo, fantastic. Yeah. But you had the first time in the World Championships. So that's just 3 times, isn't it? That.
No, well, not really. It's more than at the Olympic level. We've had even Paralympics. Remember?
Okay, then 2000.
We've done Paralympics as well.
Paralympics.
We've done Paralympics. We've done records. Records.
2000 Olympics as well. The 4x400.
So we've done a lot of records. I think that this joins one of the many records that we've also been able to achieve.
But first, at least, but standalone World Athletics Championship, absolutely brilliant.
Yeah,
shot with the world record.
I like the story around some of the other things aside. So yesterday Nigerians went for Michael Johnson, and I'm saying this because this is my opinion. After the Johnson story came out, and obviously I came to everyone, what's your problem? Back off. This is our celebration. Let's go for it. But then later on, in hindsight, I went back to do some more research just to find out, okay, what's Johnson saying? And now, to understand this, from my own understanding, Johnson is an athlete. Let's go back into that space. Was an athlete, a record holder for 200 and 400 meters until Bolt and
excellent.
Yes, he was. So when he put that tweet out, I tried to understand it again. Remember when he spoke about all 13? Yes, because from an athlete, he's saying all 13 in that semi-final, all 13 had a record. Personal best, season best, national record or world record. It usually doesn't happen. He's not saying it's impossible. He's just saying it usually doesn't happen. That's why he was shocked. Now for Toby, which was a remarkable feat, she went from season best of 12:40 to 12:12. The world record is that
she jumped to 12:12.
She jumped to 12:12. She jumped. No, 12:40.
She's done better.
Go and check it. Because I had to go and check. And then Johnson is also saying this, that the last 4 world records that have been broken, the time margin has been very small. 0.01, 0.03, 0.04, 0.01. Toby moved from 12:40. So she did 0.28. You chalked it off, like you chopped it. It's a remarkable feat. I'm not touching her feet. What he's saying is that...
What was the last world record she broke?
Not she. He said the last
record. What was the world
She didn't break 12:20.
So she broke by plus 8 seconds plus.
But her personal best was.
Forget her personal best. The woman. See all this.
We're still going back. No, I'm not shalying. No, you're not. I'm saying that. No, I said the position of Ben Johnson.
He talked rubbish.
No, it's not Ben Johnson.
Sorry,
Michael Johnson.
Michael Johnson.
He talked rubbish.
Joseph, let him finish now.
What is he finishing? Somebody was talking rubbish.
I don't agree. I don't agree with you because I also went to go and search for what he said.
Okay.
He mentioned, and I said from the beginning, you're not listening. You are not listening. I said all 13 athletes had a record. It has never happened. He was coming from the point of an athlete that says it does.
It's looking like an aberration.
Yes. And then he goes, the last time it ever happened that someone broke the record, the world record at this margin, take us all the way back to 1980. And that's why I said the last 4 records that have been broken was this margin. So you can understand from an athlete's position how shocked he was that it doesn't normally happen. And he tried to clarify that he wasn't saying he already put her as the favorite, but people kept coming for him saying, oh, you're being racist. That he's not. From an athlete's point, this is what I thought.
To be honest, I didn't read the tweet, but did he say whether there was, like, maybe the scoreboard was at fault, or did you try to find a technical explanation
I don't think he called the score.
He mentioned the scoreboard.
I don't think he called
He mentioned the
scoreboard.
timing system. I read the tweet yesterday morning here. He talked about the timing system. He talked about the timing system for the 100 meters hurdles specifically.
Because you can't speculate.
Other records were broken during this competition. How come it's the 100 meters hurdles?
3 of the records that were broken in the stories that we planted all had new shoes. Which is what we also said. Duplantis, McLaughlin.
That did lead to controversy.
So many records were broken during this competition, right? Why the 100 meters hurdles in particular? Because he specifically mentioned the 100 meters hurdles.
He said the semi-final. That's why I'm going back to the semi-final, because you're not listening to me. He tweeted
because
you are not listening. No, I'm not defending a stand. You are not listening.
So what are you saying?
If you keep quiet and listen, you understand me.
He's not coming from anywhere. He's not coming from. You've been talking since. Okay, he's been talking since. Now, okay, I'm not waiting. I want to talk now. Yes, I want to talk now. You can't. What are you saying? Why are you defending a stand that is not your stand? The records were broken at different points in this competition. Why aren't there problems? Haven't you seen an Usain Bolt run a time that nobody ever imagined anybody could?
Did Usain Bolt break the record of 28 seconds?
Why didn't anybody make so much noise about it? When the point, I don't believe in people calling.
If you had done your research, you would know what he's talking about.
But in a situation where you are an athlete, in your time, you guys broke some silly records too. You and Ben Johnson broke some silly records, even though some of them were aided, you know. But the point remains that technology keeps advancing, different things keep happening to people, nutritional wise, the things you put on, ordinary swimming, clothes you wear can aid your speed. In this race now, we talked about the Adidas boots and a lot of things. You as a pundit, for God's sake, yes, a lot of times, and one of the excuses I made for him yesterday evening was, all of us as pundits, we sometimes in our emotions, when things happen, we say some things. All you need to do is don't explain it, apologize and move on. Don't come back, and in all what he is trying to do after that was try to explain. And that's why people have hounded him. And in his explanation, you didn't come and explain whatever this stand is. Right? You're trying to justify you saying the timer was wrong. Or the timer could have been broken.
So can I speak again?
Yes. Okay.
Good.
Because I still want to understand what your point is.
I've gone back to the tweet, right? Mm-hmm. The tweet says he mentioned the 100 meters times. I don't believe the 100 meters times are correct. Now he says world record broken by 0.8 seconds, 12 personal best sets, 5 national record sets. That's semi-final. That's semi-final. All 13 athletes, all 13 of them had a record. Season best, personal best, national record, and the world record. It normally doesn't happen.
Okay,
so from a technical point, so that's why I started with who Ben Johnson is. He's an athlete, someone who is in that space. Sorry, Ben Johnson, Michael Johnson. Mm-hmm. He's an athlete, so he's saying this. So
and the former world champion
and the former world record holder.
Yes.
So he's gone. He said this from the semi. He didn't talk about the final. He's talking about the semi-final. And afterwards, I was trying to.
He's been there, done that, so he has a right to comment.
On it as a commentator.
Yes.
So that's why I went through all the records. That okay, in time past, the last 4 records, that's why I mentioned the time: 0.1, 0.4, 0.3, 0.1. He's saying that for somebody, if you're going to break the record, you will chalk off a few of it, not crash it.
Okay.
Not everybody else on that list break it. Everybody broke a record on that 13. That it normally doesn't happen. It's odd. It's odd.
You know what I'd like to know? She won the final. This is just out of curiosity. And maybe you guys can only check. She won it by 12.06. I'd like to know what they agreed.
No, they just left it at 12, but it's with an assistant, so it doesn't count as a world record.
No, you know what is interesting about all of this? He didn't do all this shalaye until after he had goofed at the finals.
Because he's an athlete.
Why didn't he tweet?
All the people who are arguing, the people who are arguing with him are not athletes.
Okay, so the athlete did not think like that during the semi-finals, immediately after the semi-finals. But when everybody came for him,
he's a commentator now. Because people are asking him for explanation.
Nobody is asking him for an explanation. Nobody needs his explanation. Nobody needs explanation.
I don't agree. His job is his job is an analyst and a commentator.
Are you saying
as a commentator you cannot explain?
It's impossible for there to be a fast. It has not happened before, doesn't mean it is impossible. Except he's saying it is not humanly possible for there to be a fast field. If him as an athlete can say confidently that it is impossible to have a very fast field,
he added,
the athletes themselves who were on the track in the semi-finals and finals said it clearly that it was an absolutely amazingly. And that was where
one did not say so.
That was where the Jamaican lady said. That was where the Jamaican lady said that.
One did not say so. One said, "I thought I was running slow."
Because of how fast they were all moving.
One said you just said everybody thought they were running fast. But somebody said I was running slow.
No, she didn't say I was running slow.
There's
she
a
said
quote.
I thought.
If she said she thought.
Because everybody was running so quickly that it was shocking to her that, despite how fast I'm going, I thought I was still running slow.
Okay, hold on, guys. I just got a call from a very good friend of mine and my neighbor, Collins Owaje. Collins, by the way, I met Felix somewhere and he's a much finer version of you. Yes, so now I understand. And what Collins said, he agrees with Joseph. He says in this same competition, I think the 200 meters final, the world record wasn't broken, but there was a lot scrapped off all the time. The 4x400 hurdles.
400 meters hurdles.
400 meters hurdles. Well, the record was smashed. And there was no talk about.
No, that's if you listen to the news hound, the story inside there also said the athlete McLaughlin had new shoes.
So it's the shoes, not the scoreboard.
There's another story about new shoes.
And the pole vaulter.
Yes, new shoe, Duplantis, new shoe.
So is it humanly possible to have a very fast field in this modern day of technology advancement?
And according to Collins, which I don't. Michael Jordan to crash the 200
Michael Johnson.
Michael Johnson. Michael Johnson. But I get Joseph. I get where Femi is coming. It's all about contextuality. If that word.
I did not say.
It's about context.
I only just understood his story. Understood the shoe story, which is also in the news hound. That Toby also got new shoes. Nobody said it's illegal. Nobody's taking away her. It was great. I'm only just saying. These are some of the explanations that have been put forward, and this is it.
No, but the thing is this: the bottom line really is at the end of the day, Michael Johnson.
Maybe it wasn't the right time. He should have said it.
He bloody goofed.
Maybe it wasn't the right time.
I don't think.
Big
time.
I don't think.
Let him come and say clearly that it's. I don't even care about the timing. Come and tell me clearly that because these are just your Americans are not winning and you are bitter.
No, now
it's as simple as that.
Americans
are not winning. So
Americans won.
A field you thought them or the Jamaicans will win, they didn't win. A Nigerian is coming, even though everybody's tipping out to do this, to do that.
No.
How many times have we seen Amusha run so well and in the finals?
He already said he predicted her to win that race. He said he predicted her to win.
Why did he say it?
Did you watch the thing? So you're doubting him?
I'm doubting him.
Why are you doubting him? Why are you saying he's lying?
Why are you saying he's lying? You're out to quickly point out that the timer there must have been a problem with the timer and blah 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 in the 100 meters hurdles. But then the lady you predicted to win, you're questioning her win.
No, he's
and you didn't question. You didn't question her win at the semi-final stage.
It was the semi-final he questioned.
He tweeted after the finals.
No, it wasn't.
It was the semi-final he was questioning now.
The times in the semi-final.
I just said,
bring out the tweet. Bring out the tweet and the time of the tweet.
Okay,
it was right after this.
No, you're obviously not listening.
Did he tweet?
If you read it
now, this explanation. That's according. I read his tweets yesterday morning.
His tweet said a world record. List the tweets. The tweet said a world record. She did not break a world record in the final. No, she broke a world record in the semi-final. Yes. He mentioned 12 personal bests, 5 national record sets. Did they do all those things in the final? No, it was in the semi-final.
Okay, so that tweet you are reading, was it the first tweet that caused problems?
Yes, no.
So read the first tweet that caused problems.
I don't believe 100 meters times are correct. World record broken by 0.08. 12 personal best, 5 national records set, and Simbisamba quotes after her personal best / national record.
Can you go back and read the tweet before that one?
That was the tweet. The tweet before that one was working.
So I'll get the video and send it to the WhatsApp group. I'll send the video to the video of him comment. So you are
his actual
the statement, the commentary, what his analysis of the.
He also tweeted by saying, "I respected and predicted her to win."
Where?
It's on his Twitter page now. I'm going through.
And predict that now.
They won't lie now
Because
if I watch the broadcast,
the point remains that he goofed. You're questioning whatever. Don't limit it to one. There were so many things. Technology is improving every day.
That I agree as well.
Impossibilities are becoming possibilities. So except you are saying that a man of his whatever does not know what technology is going on in world of athletics right now, except he's saying he doesn't understand how athletics work right now and whatever. Or is it that he has never heard of the running shoes, the new running shoes?
All right. Yeah, thank you very much, Billy B, for Olumidonobulu, for letting me know that my mic is low. Anyway, what? Let's leave that alone for now. Another story that's really, keys me off is Novak Djokovic. I mean, I think it's really unfair what the WTP and ATP did, removing ranking points from Wimbledon. I, for one, fully agree with what Wimbledon did. I mean, it's politics and all that, because what Russia is doing in Ukraine is absolutely abominable. And it's actually, apart from the fight there, it's affected everything in the world, including hunger in Africa, Sub-Saharan, all that sorts of nonsense. So I think their stance was right, although, ironically, it was a Russian-born lady that ended up winning the women's title and beating her own darling Tunisian lady. What's her? Anjabo. Yeah, but so for them to be denied of ranking points, I mean, Djokovic dropping to 6, Katrina, the lady that won it, what's her name? Rybakina, with not even being elevated from 23rd and everything. So, I mean, most times when Djokovic does stuff, I'm really not for it. But in this particular case, I think it was stupid of the WTP and ATP to do what they've done. But it is what it is, and it didn't distract from the beauty of Wimbledon in any way, shape, or form. A big shout out to Bayana. I really love what their captain said about their social problems. They have gone through a lot. They were really hit badly by COVID. They have their political problems. They're locking up their former president and Jacob Zuma and all that. And we've started experiencing blackouts. Well, we're used to it here. We've been experiencing it for the last 40 odd years or whatever. So it's nothing new here. But yeah, they did deserve to win. They and Morocco were the best teams in the competition. They got up there on merit. Well, I won't say they got to the final anyway. And beating the host team in any tournament is a magnificent achievement. And considering that Zariellis has been in place since 2016, at least on the coaching staff, I think she was confirmed in 2018. It shows a progression, a process, which they have used and which we have not done in Nigeria. And it's also of note that the South African team won the CAF Women's Champions League, and the Moroccan team finished in 3rd place. So they're not there by any fluke or coincidence. So instead of Nigerians disrespecting the Super Falcons and their efforts that they put in, turn your ire on the NFF, who appointed a journeyman coach, as Joseph probably aptly describes, a PE teacher, to coach the best national team in the history of this country. Yes, that's what the Super Falcons are. They're the best national team in the history of this country. And I, for one, will hear nothing negative about those girls. They gave it their all in spite of having a dodgy coach. And as I said, they left it all on the pitch in their match against Morocco. So for me, I think this is a time for us to take stock, learn that the distance has finally been closed. In spite of our tactical and technical difficulties, because you can't take any away from the players, those girls are damn good. We could have got to that final, and I'm convinced that we have gotten to the final, we would have done a repeat of Ghana 2018 and beaten the hell out of the South Africans, but it wasn't meant to be. So let that be a lesson for us. We have the World Cup next year. It's not too late. Sack around the world drum now. Bring back friends from Agbeni who knew that team inside out. Yes, I don't mind. Or get somebody else or whatever. Do you understand? Thomas Dinenby did. Thomas Dinenby, he fulfilled his job, his milestones. He won AFCON, even though everybody that is complaining about the girls that complained then that they didn't play well. They won semi on penalties, they won final on penalties, but they won. And that's what I was saying there. I don't care how they play, but they won. Got to the World Cup, if I remember, they got to the quarterfinal. So he did reasonably well, even though his style of play, I remember people complained about it then. They complained about it then. You complain when you win. You complain when we lose. So which is it now? Do you understand? So get a decent coach, a coach who was, look at Morocco's coach, Jerry Ellis, been in place since 2016, part of the coaching setup, took over. She's been there solely in position for 4 years as head coach. And then how many coaches have we had since then? Look at Morocco's coach, twice Champions League winner with Lyon, one of the best female teams in the history of European football. The multiple Champions League winners back to back. They brought him to do their coaching setup. So it's both at club level. They're doing it at club. Both South Africa and Morocco are doing it at club. Where were our girls in the CAF Champions? We didn't get out of the first round. So hey, we need to take a long, hard look at ourselves instead of criticizing those girls. Those girls, for me, are above criticism. Criticize the NFF, criticize the coaching setup.
We are Lagos Talks 91.3.
Let's talk.